welcome to K Talk, where we talk about all the hottest ongoing K dramas. I'm your host, Mel.
And I'm Uma. Welcome, guys. This is our very first video episode.
Yay!
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the final season of Squid Game. It was 6 hours of anxiety
Yes,
with
it
no
was.
closure. I was a little disappointed. How did you feel?
I was a lot of disappointed, actually. It did not end the way I thought it was going to end or the way I wanted it to end, to be honest.
Know.
I really wish that Gi-hoon got his happy ending. I feel like after everything he went through, he deserved it.
Absolutely. I felt like there
Yeah.
was absolutely no closure. Like, what was the whole point of season 1 and 2 if
Yeah,
he was just going to end up sacrificing himself?
literally. I didn't understand that
It
at
made
all.
no sense. And so let's talk about everybody because, first of all, the most useless character to me was Junho.
Yes.
He spent all of season 2 and season 3 riding around.
That man was looking for that island for 2 whole
Just
seasons.
island hopping.
And yeah,
He was on the boat, couldn't catch on that the captain wasn't,
Yeah.
who he pretended to be.
which was funny. Is like, you're a whole detective. How does Yusuk have better instincts than you? Like,
When he kept saying, I feel it in my gut.
Yeah.
I feel it in my gut. Like, and he's like, no, don't be weird about it. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm literally not going on this boat with you guys because I have to go dig around and figure out like who this man is. I don't feel good because he actually saw him in season 2 stab one of the mercenaries and
Yeah.
throw him overboard.
Yeah. And Junho didn't believe him. He's
No,
like,
he didn't.
he's making all the excuses in the world because I don't think he was ready to admit that Yusuk was actually right, to be honest.
Exactly. 2 whole years. And he never went back to the day that he was shot off of that cliff. He never
Yeah.
went back and said, okay, conveniently, this fisherman found me.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years. He's supposed to know the waters. Like, it's his entire job.
Yeah.
And he kept telling him, no, the current's not good there. The weather's bad here. That island is inhabitable. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't trust his own instinct. I mean, because how many islands could there possibly be around?
And this man's supposed to know his way around, right?
Exactly.
And I didn't understand that at all. He sucked. He needs to quit his job.
I thought he was going to do so much more. I
Yeah,
thought he was
I
going to get
just-
on that island, fight everyone, dismantle the games,
Literally.
talk to his bitch ass brother.
Then he found the island, and all he does is shoot up some glass, and that was
And then
it.
finally
Like,
screams at his brother, why?
yeah,
Was it why?
yeah,
I don't know. Why did you do it or something?
something like that.
And I'm like, the distance
Yeah.
from the mirror to where he was standing on that little
Yeah.
cylinder. Did he hope to have a conversation right then and there?
And Inho is unfazed throughout the whole thing. He just
is
looks at him
calmly
and it's like,
this man set a bomb and went to go collect that baby.
yeah, very calmly. Knew his brother was there, didn't care. It was like,
I mean, he actually told the captain. The captain's like, they're onto us. We're about to find the island. And he was like, get rid of everybody. So, including
Yeah.
his brother.
yeah,
I was like, to me, you could have taken out every single scene that he was in.
yeah,
And it wouldn't have done nothing. It wouldn't have taken away from the story at all.
at all.
None whatsoever.
Yeah,
I just like the fact that Usyk stood up.
yeah,
He found out that the captain was sus.
exactly.
Poor guy gets arrested.
He gets locked up, does 6 months.
Has to
poor
shoot
guy.
a dog. Has to shoot the dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the entire time that dog was attacking him, I'm like, shoot him.
Honestly, and he did.
He did finally. He did. But
Yeah.
again, didn't really.
Yeah, his whole thing was useless, like you said.
It just added to the fact that it's like nothing went the way that I thought it was going to go
Yeah,
in the final season.
and not in a good way either. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the games?
Yeah.
Which one did you find more brutal
Um,
out of all 3 seasons? Because in season 3 we had hide and seek and jump rope, and then that weird
the
pushing
one that gave me
towards the end.
most anxiety was the jump rope.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Anything
hide
with
and
the
seek.
bridge, I don't know. Just like the last season, the whole glass thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just. Ugh.
Oh my god! In terms of like cruelty, I thought the hide and seek one was
Yeah.
worse because this is the first time that they had actively been split into 2 teams and they had to go after one another.
Yeah.
gave him like daggers and everything.
Yeah, that was the most brutal, but the jump rope gave me the most anxiety.
Okay, that one
Especially
gave.
when Ji-hoon crossed with the damn baby. I was like, how is he going to do this?
First
Like,
of all, I was like, that's a newborn being
yeah,
shaken up and down.
yeah.
I'm like, is that baby even?
It wasn't even crying.
His brains was probably
Like,
scrambled at that point. Like,
yeah,
that little,
yeah.
it didn't seem that snug to me.
No, but the fact that he made it across with that baby, I was like, damn. Yeah,
And let's talk about the whole baby storyline. I did not think we needed it at all.
we did not. They included it, I'm guessing, just for that part of now the baby's included in the game now. I think that was the whole
Yes,
point
and
of
throw
it.
like a
Yeah,
wrench into the whole thing. But like, it was just such a useless thing.
yeah.
I mean, while they were playing hide and seek, the fact that like Junhee gave birth, she didn't even look that far along.
I think the baby might have been a preemie.
Was it?
Maybe. Like, yeah, I didn't think
It
she,
has to be.
I didn't think she, but come on.
She wasn't showing. I mean, she knew that she was wrapped up,
Yeah.
but it.
I'm just surprised she didn't have a miscarriage, to be honest.
She
Like,
just
all that
never-
anxiety, all of that high cortisol, like, yeah.
When
I
her-
think she was maybe like 6-7 months or something.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She didn't even look that big to me.
Yeah.
When her water finally broke, I was like, finally, the stress is getting to her.
Yeah.
And she hurt her ankle. She fractured
Yeah.
it. She was in a ton of pain to begin with. So I thought that's what had induced her labor. But
Yeah.
the baby looked like a decent size. It didn't look like a preemie.
Girl, this is a show.
I know.
Like, it probably was a preemie, but yeah.
I get
mean,
it, but I didn't get that.
Yeah.
We didn't need the baby storyline.
We didn't.
And
You know what other storyline we didn't need? I didn't care for the Noel storyline with
the guard.
Yeah, with Young Suk. Like that whole, like the fact that she was risking her life so much for what? Just because he had a daughter and you had a daughter? Like it was just
That was
like, I didn't
enough.
get it.
That was enough. She's,
Yeah.
She has been looking for her daughter all these years since she defected.
Yeah.
And the fact that she met the little girl, she met his
Yeah, I
little
know.
girl in the amusement park, and she went to visit her in the hospital.
But what I'm saying is, would I risk my life the way she did for them? I don't know. If
Well,
I
we had
would.
the grandma and Gi-hoon and who was and Yeonju risked their life for a brand new baby.
I don't know. Would you do that? I don't know. Like,
I don't know if you were.
does my humanity suck? Like, I don't know if I would.
Are you
go
being
to
like the front man now?
I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, being in that high stress environment, I don't know how I'd be able to think about anyone but myself, to be honest. Like,
That's the whole.
that's the whole point. I get it, but I don't know. For instance, Yoon June.
Okay.
First of all, she was the MVP of the
Definitely.
show for me. But even her situation, she almost got away.
I know she found the exit,
Yeah.
came back, came to collect them, and then Myungi stabs her.
Myungi.
First of all, I understand Namgyu was high and just
Yeah.
diabolical, and he was like, they each got their kill, so they're good.
Yeah. I think they
Why-
shared
why
a
did
kill
they
each,
d-
right?
they did.
Like, yeah.
Excuse me. They did. But why were they killing more people?
I didn't understand that either. But he said he thought that person was coming after Junhee, so he said. But yeah. Why don't you assess the situation
No,
first?
I know
Like,
Myungi was protecting her and he was
Yeah.
looking for her. He's like, once I secure my kill, I'm going to come back and find you. But why along the way did he keep that partnership with Namgyu
yeah.
and decide to kill more blue vests? Like, why?
I think at that point, I think he just snapped. And he just was like,
Excuse me.
yeah. I think at that moment is when he kind of lost himself and was like, I don't care anymore. And
When Yeonju came back and she's like, let's go, and he stabs her in the back. And he's like, I'm sorry. Like, she kept Junhee alive. She kept
She did.
Junhee, the grandma, and the baby alive.
yeah.
I feel so sorry.
Many times. That's the thing. That was just one situation. But the whole time while they were in that game, she fought off like how many people? You know what I mean?
Junhee hated him to begin with. I think in that moment she just that was a wrap for her.
And that's
she
when
could
I-
never see him the same way again.
And that's when I realized, because the whole time I thought, oh my God, is Junhee maybe he's being a little hard on him. But then I realized he is a loser.
he really
Like,
is a big loser.
Yeah.
There were times the fact that he wanted to protect her
Yeah.
made me feel, okay, maybe this guy's not that bad.
Yeah.
Then he goes on to play a double agent because he wants Gi-hoon and the baby to survive towards the end during the final games. only to turn around and say, I'm going to kill the baby to save myself and to win.
And to be honest, even when they were playing the jump rope thing, I don't think he even tried to convince her. Good. Like, it didn't seem like he cared like that. Like, there was no tears. There was no, like, he kind of
Yeah,
was like,
he just
okay.
got frustrated really quickly,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You can't do it." And then he thinks that she was just scared because for some reason he hasn't taken it, and then she takes off her shoe
Yeah.
and shows him her ankle, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. I think that at that
What was
point
he
he's
gonna
like,
do? Carry her like on his back?
no, but I was expecting him to maybe, once he realized that, break down, confess his love, something.
I don't
But,
think he's that invested at all.
well, that's
He
what
just cares about himself.
yeah, obviously, but he was portraying as a person that he truly cared about Junhee, though.
At that point,
yeah,
yes.
you know?
And then at the end, when Gi-hoon figures out that he's gonna get rid of the baby to save himself and win the money and win the game, for a second I was surprised, but then I was like, he wanted to abort the baby in the beginning.
Yeah,
He was actually mad at her for not getting an abortion.
and that's why she wanted nothing to do with him.
Exactly.
And Gi-hoon was literally mortified when he realized, like,
This is your entire baby.
And the way he was protecting that baby, like, it was his. Like,
Because he made a promise.
yeah,
Another thing that I didn't understand with Gi-hoon was this whole time he wants to save everyone. He thinks everyone is redeemable. It's like a sucky situation that they're all in, but him fixating on Daeho and his panic attack and not bringing the guns back when they were rebelling.
yes.
How could he fixate on him that much?
And that's what I was thinking as well. Was it fair of Gi-hoon to be that upset? And also, why didn't he let him know, hey, the reason why I didn't come back, I literally had a panic attack. I have PTSD. Like, I feel like
He does not have PTSD because towards the end, he was like, he wasn't even a real Marine. He was just scared.
No, but I thought that was
He
a lie.
didn't
He
even
was
know
like, the tattoo and everything.
It said he was. He
Yeah,
said
he
it was
said
fake.
it was. Okay.
So
I thought he was lying about that too.
he lied about everything. So PTSD is not from him being like a Marine. It was just he was shell shocked in that moment. Like he's just a regular dude that got scared. And he doesn't know how to handle guns.
Even so, you would think that Gi-hoon would be understanding of that as well.
That's what I'm saying. That was so out of character for Gi-hoon.
But you know,
I understand Jung-bae died, and he's upset, and he thinks the rebellion, the rebellion failing is his fault, and he kind of hyped everyone to do this.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, it didn't go that way. You can't fix on Daeho and blame him 100%.
I think because he knew that was a really stupid plan, I think he just wanted someone to blame, to be honest.
And I thought it was just
didn't make sense.
It was very out of character for him.
It was.
Because he doesn't like to kill anyone.
He doesn't.
Like towards the end when they decided to beat up that guy and use him as the lunchbox.
Yeah.
And carry him over only to kill him on the sphere.
Yeah.
On the circle, I was like, so you won't allow that, but you killed Daeho.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
Literally hunted him down relentlessly. I was just like, this is so not you. Yeah.
No.
And also when In-ho gave him the knife and he literally couldn't kill anybody.
Exactly.
Like that's what shows you that he still had his humanity, his morals. Like he's not that guy. So for him hunting him down the way he did, I truly believe it was because he needed someone to blame.
I think so too. Because he literally was zoned out for like the first episode and halfway through the second. He was just being like handcuffed because they thought like,
And let's be real. Even if he came back with the magazines, they still could not beat the 60 guards.
It wasn't 100% Daeho's fault.
It wasn't. They were outnumbered like crazy.
They absolutely were.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Player 100, the old greedy man?
I don't even know. Like, I was mad that Yoonjun died and that man was still alive.
That man made it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, the entire time, every single game, I'm like, take him out, take him out, take him out.
Yeah.
And the way he backstabbed the shaman lady once she took him to the exit.
He backstabbed someone else as well. Just the thing is, he was doing those things unprovoked. He didn't even need to do that.
He was a sneaky little one because did you see when somebody in the red vest was running along and he smears blood? Oh, it was Namgyu.
Yeah, the crazy crackhead. Yeah.
The crazy junkie. And he's smart. Like, he definitely has, like, strong survival instincts.
Yeah.
But the fact that he lasted so long and everybody was trusting him and not trying to get him as soon as they could was hilarious to me. I wanted to die off right away.
Yeah.
He was very greedy till the end. The one part...
Because there's no... I guess he wanted less people. That's why he didn't let the shaman lady in. But yeah, his humanity is
honestly the only
trash.
time
Like,
it is super trash. The only time he didn't get on my nerves is when they were having dinner in the tuxedos, and he's like, "Let's just move this voting along. We outnumber them." That was the only time, because season 2 and 3, I don't have patience for everybody walking up and making their vote. Like, that's one thing I didn't like about both seasons. I'm like, that just takes up too much screen time. We don't need it.
It does.
So when he was like, "Get this over and done with. You good? You're good?" That's what I liked about him. But he made it to the final. So
how did you feel about Gyumja and Young Sik?
Who are they again?
The grandma and the son.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I did not ever expect that she would ever kill her own son.
I didn't see that coming.
I did not see that coming either.
I hated that man from season 2 when he couldn't let his mom into the Ring Around the Rosie game.
Maybe she was like, "I'm getting you back for that." like I never forgot about that. You know
Maybe.
what I mean? Yeah.
But he's such... Oh... He's such a weakling. Did you see when they had to pick the balls to figure out which team? So his mom got the red ball, I think. Then
She was the one with the knife first. Yeah.
Exactly. And then he was hoping that they would always be together. So when he gets the blue ball, the way he looks at her, and I'm like, "You're the son. You're bigger, you're younger, you're stronger, and you're looking to your mom like he's such a baby."
But then he convinces her to switch with them because he's like,
he thinks, "I can do it,
yeah,
finally.
Mom, I can't see you killing anyone." And then he gets it and does absolutely nothing.
And look at that.
And he's struggling.
She ends up killing you.
Yeah, because
he's like, "I couldn't do it." And then he couldn't do it, so he wants to kill Junhee.
Yeah.
While she's holding her baby.
But that's who you want to kill. Yeah.
I never liked him.
I'm like, good riddance.
Goodbye.
I'm like, thank God. It was
my
about
heart
time.
broke though, because I didn't want his mom
I
didn't want his mom to kill him.
Yeah.
She had a choice to make, and she was like, "I'm old enough. Kill me." She wanted to sacrifice herself for these two.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No." And then she was like, "You gotta go." But I don't think I'd be able to kill my own kid.
Yeah.
I think I would like wrestle with him until the clock ran out, and then we're all gonna die. I mean, they were gonna kill him anyways, so I wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that either. Yeah.
And that's why I think the guilt was like, I don't know.
But I think her thing was, I don't think she could physically stop him from killing. Because if she didn't stop him, he was going to go after her. And she's an older lady. I don't think she can stop him, right?
Absolutely, he was going to go after her.
Yeah. So I think that's why she was forced to do it.
I just felt so bad. But she did end up snapping Gi-hoon out of his little phase that he was in. And
only for her,
killing herself. I don't think she could handle the fact that she killed her kid.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That was her breaking point.
Even if she got out alive, what is she gonna do? Like, the guilt of killing your own kid. Like, I think.
And she tried to talk to everyone. She broke down, asked them, "Hey guys, let's just end it here." And she realized they won't end it.
Majority of that group was super greedy and selfish. Like, her speech kind of made me tear up, but I didn't see anybody being swayed.
She said, "I will give you my share."
Nobody was going to be swayed by that.
Yeah.
They were super greedy. They're like, "We could take your share."
And that was her final plea. And
then she took herself out of the game.
Yeah. I did not expect her to go like that, though.
I really didn't. Another reason why I was disappointed in season 3 was season 2, we had all this back and forth with the front man and Gi-hoon. They barely spoke. They had one scene when he gave him
the knife.
The dagger to go kill everybody in their sleep. Yeah. And then we see a flashback that's what he did.
Yeah.
And we know the whole time he's trying to convince Gi-hoon, "You're doing too much," because he inherently believes like human beings are horrible people. They're bad. They're selfish. They're greedy. They'll always, choose themselves over the greater good.
And by giving him the knife, I think he wanted to see and prove that, you see, everyone is just like
me.
Yeah.
But he's not. Yeah. And him killing himself at the end was really him standing in his truth till the very end and not letting In-ho win by doing anything that was self-serving.
Yeah.
I get that. But I just wanted more dialogue with them. I wanted more scenes with them.
Yeah.
It's like he gave up too quick.
I mean, the previous season, I feel like they had more dialogue. They spoke.
They did, because remember, he was in the game.
Yeah.
Right? Until the very end when he kills Jungbei. And the way he says so casually, "So sorry about your friend."
Yeah.
And he like wants to kill him right then and there. But I wish we got more of them.
I just wish Gi-hoon actually got to walk away. He deserves it. If anyone deserves it, it's him. He literally won again. And that's what I thought was going to happen. He was going to make it to the end, him and the baby. And then that's when he was gonna find the goddamn island finally, and just
You would
kind of
think
save
Junho
him.
would
Yeah.
step up while he had the baby
Yeah.
before anything happened, before he killed himself.
Yeah.
I thought Junho was gonna come with the mercenaries,
Save the day.
the
Yeah.
Coast Guard, everyone.
And Gi-hoon gets to
That's
walk
why I was
away.
like, his role was kind of useless, other than just being like eye candy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was the point?
He sure as hell was eye candy.
No.
Wasn't
We had Jude.
he? Yeah.
Another, I guess, plot twist, but that was so dumb. I think it was pure comedy for me. Was when we find out when they're killing the people in the red vest who didn't kill anyone. Remember they had to be killed off.
Yeah.
During hide and seek. We find out that the guards are the VIPs.
Oh my God, the VIPs are so cringy. Like the
First
way
of
they
all,
speak just
All
annoys
of
the hell
them
out of me.
sounded like
Yeah,
this is the first time they've spoken English before.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about.
The dialogue was horrible.
It was the writing. Like,
But the writing is so good for everybody else in the show. But when it came to the VIPs, I'm just like, is it bad acting?
I think it's a mixture. It's the
it's
dialogue
both.
and the bad acting mixed. I
And the
don't know.
really stupid, like, lame jokes.
Yeah.
And the comebacks. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the banter between, like, the VIPs as they're, like,
Yeah.
watching the games
They
and their
need
little
to-
commentary,
Yeah.
so unneeded. But their English was so bad.
It was. And it's crazy because it's like they're speaking proper English and it still sounds cringe.
No, there's nothing wrong with it grammatically. It was just, they sound like they learned the language yesterday.
Yeah.
Or they learned how to speak, period,
Yeah.
yesterday.
They need to never do that again.
Again, did not need that
Never again. Did not
at
need
all.
that. Yeah. And it was interesting to see it was a whole new set of VIPs in the last time. Yeah.
Now they had a
random
woman.
girl.
They had a woman this time because before, season 1 was just all, I think it was all male.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't like that.
Was not needed. I didn't care for that.
I was just like, when they took their mask off, I'm like, oh, you losers.
Yeah.
You losers.
But my favorite line was when, before Ji-hoon took his life, he said, we are not horses, we are human.
And humans are
Yeah.
fill in the gap. But again, he says all of that. Do we think In-ho even recognized that Gi-hoon stood on business?
Yeah. And I think for that fact alone, he should have let them both walk away. Because his whole goal was to break him, let's be honest. And he didn't. So I wish he said, I lost, you won, I'm going to let you and that baby go.
Exactly.
And here's the money.
Everything's going to be blown up anyways.
Yeah.
And at least the games will continue. But he didn't even want to give him that much. And then towards the end, we see how he delivers the baby to his brother.
Yeah.
Again, did he keep the baby? Did he raise the baby?
Yeah.
No closure there.
Yeah.
He takes Gi-hoon's money. He steals it from the motel.
Yeah.
And gives it to his daughter. Are we supposed to believe he's better now? He sees the good in people.
Yeah.
He's changed. Like,
first of all, the fact that it ended with Gi-hoon dying and he just goes like the explosion and just walks away and lives his life, like, so nothing happens to him.
exactly. This is not a good wrap up. And honestly, the more that I think about it, it's like, were you just setting it up so that to let people know that there's a potential, like, an American Squid Game coming?
Oh yeah, the ending.
I mean, I did love seeing Kate Blanchett though. How good did she look?
Was that her?
That was her. She looked so good in that powder blue suit.
I guess.
Hair slick. Oh, just slapping this shit.
It's not gonna hit the same for me if there
No,
is
but she specifically looked good. First of all, respectfully, I don't think anybody wants an American Squid Game. Like, don't do it. I think that why this is such a cultural hit and like a worldwide success is because it was different. And now if we're gonna do just a different one for each country, it loses what made it so special.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think we need a Squid Game.
We don't.
American Game, but I really Kate Blanchett is one of my favorite actresses, so I just loved seeing her.
But
and it was such a surprise.
She also didn't hit the same as the Recruiter. I'm sorry, no
it really
one
didn't.
does it
No,
like the Recruiter.
no, Gong Yu, no.
Yeah.
But honestly, she is the female version of Gong Yu. She's hot as hell.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though: if it's gonna be an American Squid Game, why were they playing like Takji, like the?
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't care for it, and I don't think I'm gonna watch that. But
honestly, it's just I expected so much more.
Yeah,
I
me too.
wanted so much more. I wanted Gi-hoon to live. I wanted Junho to finally like catch his
Yeah.
brother, dismantle the games. We got none of that.
Nothing.
It
Like,
was a lot of suffering.
yeah,
Same of the more anxiety inducing games.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So
Season
basically it's like you can never really beat the elite.
basically,
Right? Like
yeah. Season 1 was my favorite. What about you?
1 and 2. I like them.
I feel like
Equally
season
the
3 is
same.
not even a different season. It's just a
It was
continuation.
just a continuation.
Of
It was
season
only
2. So I categorize that as its own season, one whole season, and I'll go with the first one. That's my.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say 2. I liked it. It was good.
What would you rate it?
The whole thing or just this past?
Just this
the
one.
final season?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it like a 7.
Same. It was the worst one actually.
The first half was 10-10 for me.
Yeah, me too.
Final part, not so much.
Very disappointed. I really thought they were gonna go out with a bang and wrap it up.
I just didn't feel
really
satisfied.
nicely. Yeah.
It was like, okay, these rich bastards are just gonna go to a different country, do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're never gonna be brought to justice. Gi-hoon didn't
In-ho
get a happy
just goes
ender.
off and is living his life,
Mhm.
like no consequences, nothing. And the good guy dies.
He does.
Yeah,
And nothing was resolved.
exactly. Well, on that note, it's time to play.
In the spirit of Squid Game.
In the spirit of Squid Games, would you rather Squid Game edition?
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather get eliminated in the first round because you sneezed during red light, green light, or make it to the final round only to trip over your shoelace?
That's good. Both are kind of horrible.
Yeah.
Wait, which one gives you
But
the quicker
honestly,
death?
I would rather sneeze because if I trip
Like, it's
over
headshot. You get a headshot, you die instantaneously.
but tripping over my own shoelace, nah.
And then
like,
the whole way down, which one is the I'm going to pick the red light, green
Yeah.
light, because I feel like it's just
straight
a faster
headshot.
death.
Yeah,
You're gone.
yeah.
And I would hate
Tripping
it
over
more
my-
that I made it all the way to the end, only to trip over my damn shoelaces.
Yeah,
No, I take the first one.
I deserve to go to hell at that point. Like just for that stupid shit. Like,
So you too, red light, green light?
Yeah.
Okay.
would you rather play the marble game with your emotionally manipulative ex, or have to explain Squid Game rules to your immigrant mom while in the middle of a round?
I don't know which one would be more frustrating. Who would you pick? You go first.
I would pick the emotionally manipulative ex, to be honest, because explaining it to my immigrant mom, I would die because we wouldn't get through the round, and then like,
Really?
yeah,
I would have to
at least I
explain
could take on my ex. I feel like.
I feel like I have a really good like mix of like Somali and English. So I feel like I could explain it to my mom really well. And my mom's good at games.
No, my mom's not. So yeah,
I'd have to explain it to my immigrant mom. I'd rather do that than have to deal with anything to do with a manipulative ex.
no, I could take him on. I don't care. Like, okay,
That works.
let's do smash, kill, marry.
Oh, okay.
You want to go first?
I gotta think about it for a sec. No, wait, hold on. Okay. Smash, kill, marry. First of all, I'm killing the player 100, the old greedy man. I could not stand him.
Yeah.
He annoyed the hell out of me. I would have to marry Junho and smash frontman.
Okay. I'm smashing Junho off top. You already know. I'm killing Myungji. That little bastard. Yeah.
No.
And I'm marrying Yoonjun because I loved her.
Oh.
She was the best.
She
honestly.
was.
She was the best. She stayed real throughout the whole thing.
So true.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's me.
That was fun.
It was.
Oh my god, I forgot about Myungi too. I still hate the old man more than him though. That man just annoyed
No,
the hell out
Myungji
of
is
me.
because of the switch up. Because we didn't
Did
think
he
was
switch
like-
up though? Did he?
I mean, okay, he showed more of his character as it went on, but in the beginning, I didn't think he was as bad as as he ended up to be. He was not.
True. I didn't
Yeah.
think he'd be capable. You're right.
Yeah.
Like towards the end
To
of like
kill
killing
his
his
own
own
babe,
child.
yeah, I didn't think he
No, that absolutely makes sense.
He's the most disappointing character for me. Like, yeah.
Well, good game. That was fun.
It was.
Well, that's our episode for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. What are we covering next week?
Unwritten Soul.
Have you started?
No.
Can't wait.
I'm starting.
I'm
this
waiting
week.
to binge it.
Me too.
No, wait. Am I binging it? I think I watched
I'm
episode
binging-
1 and 2 so
I'm
far.
binging all 12 episodes, so yeah.
I can't wait. I feel like I definitely need like something lighter after
Yeah.
all of the anxiety of
And death. Yeah. Me too.
it was horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look for our our Unwritten Soul or Unwritten Soul?
Our Unwritten Soul, I believe.
Or are you confusing it with our movie?
Anyways, you guys know what we're talking about. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.